The Winslow Community Cupboard held their second annual Festival of Wreaths yesterday. Wreaths and local crafters filled the halls of the Winslow Veterans of Foreign Wars as community members were given the chance to support their local food bank. Visitors were treated to goods from local businesses, a silent auction, and even a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. The main draw, however, was the raffle for the wreaths on display. Any funds earned by the raffle went right back into funding the community cupboard. Ultimately, what matters most to the organizers is making sure everyone gets what they need.
And if we can get the food, we give it out. And my plan is to empty the pantry every 2 weeks and then restock it again. I don't try to save the food. I would rather have people's pantries at home filled with food so they don't have to worry about what they need to eat week after week.
Now, if you missed this year's Festivals of Wreaths, don't worry. The festival will return next year. For more information about the Winslow Community Cupboard, you can visit WCCpantry.com.